Hi, everybody. Hello, Star family. Let me just wait a minute and get this chart loaded up. I hope that you're all well. Happy full moon in Cancer. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Just give me un momento. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Jessica. I hope you're well. Okay. So we're going to talk about the full moon in Cancer. I have some exciting topics to talk about today, and then of course we'll tune into the collective energies. I'm going to go ahead and get through the intro and the important information that we're going to transmit and relay today, and then we'll go ahead and tune in with the chat, and I'll check in with all of you, and then we'll go ahead and overlay with the tarot. Yeah, I'm excited to be back. I feel like it's been a hot minute, I feel like I haven't been live in a while. It's probably been like 3 weeks or something. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hi, Reborn. Hi, Rich. Hi, June. Hi, Gorilla. Hello, everybody. Hi, Madison. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. So let's talk about the full moon in Cancer and what this portends. So it's the fourth sign in the zodiac, of course. So it's the number 4, right? Which is all about the roots of your being that you're being connected to during this time. And this is all about the builder sign in numerology, and when we talk about life path 4, and they are usually all to do with building a strong foundation in life, and this is going to help you have a really productive start to the new year. And it's about taking initiative when it comes to harnessing your creative life force and being able to invest that into your highest timelines. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you so much for your super chat. You're deeply appreciated. I'll catch up with you in a minute. So the full moon in Cancer is a time to reflect on the past 6 months and let go of the things that no longer serve us. And it's a chance to be able to reset, right? Go through a cosmic reset in this 9 numerical year and be able to embrace this new year with new energy. And it's a wolf full moon. So we'll talk about wolves in the metaphysical realm and what they mean. So wolves are all about the untamed aspect of oneself. It usually represents your strong instincts that you're going to be tuning into during this time, heighten awareness, heighten intuitive abilities in the water element, and also opportunity to embrace your internal power. Again, thank you so much, Jessica. 5 and 2 leads to a 7, which is about introspection that you guys have gone through, right, with the water element and the internal sign. And it usually shows your need to pay attention to the inner voice during this time, because it is going to be speaking to you. I'm hearing, especially when it comes to gaining foresight into what awaits you into 2025 before it unfolds. And yeah, it usually shows also being a leader. So maybe this is about taking leadership over your own life, okay? Taking the reins over your own life, because we're talking about the Chariot element when we talk about this full moon. And the Chariot is a metaphor for the soul. So the Chariot is pulled by 2 winged horses. I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like on a few decks. So this is the Ride of Flynn deck. You can see these are 2 pharaohs actually, but you have the black one, which represents the physical vessel, and then you also have the white one, which represents the soul that's seated within, and you guys are the charioteer. So this is about harnessing the ego, the physical vessel that your soul is seated within, and being able to use these 2 harmonic forces, and realizing that, the shadow aspect of oneself and the ego is not something that is supposed to be, I'm hearing, like, dismantled completely. It serves a purpose. The ego serves as an actual vehicle for your soul to be seated within, to have an earthly experience. Okay, that's what it is. But do not mistake yourself for the shadow. Do not mistake yourself for the ego either. So again, in this deck, it is 2 horses, but today we're going to talk about it in the reference of it being 2 wolves. Okay, so this is good, like the black and the white wolf. I don't know if anyone's seen that meme, but there's something around a meme around, everyone has 2 wolves within them, and then it has like a really just like a distorted one on the side, and it's like, I only have this one in me. So maybe some of you guys have been feeling like you've been going through it, but really the quote for the Chariot is like, I'm not looking back unless I'm admiring how far it is that I've come. So that's where you guys are at this stage in your journey. And it's knowing that you can't, control the waves of the ocean. You can't control the external factors, what people may say, how they may think, what it is that they may feel towards you, but you can control your reaction to this. So this is about you riding those waves as momentum and allowing that to, catapult you forward. This is going to become your greatest catalyst. And the wings are going to be very, important as well in regards to this aspect. So don't look back, it's about looking forward, okay? Otherwise you're not going to see where you're going. Even in this deck as well, in the Light Seers Tarot, you can see the person is literally on top of the chariot, okay? And they have these two harmonic forces in this synchronistic dance, okay? So this is about mortals, right? With the black, I was about to say cat, but the black horse or the black wolf. It's about your mortal nature and your finite nature combined with your infinite nature, okay, with your eternal nature. So, and your mortal, okay, nature. So these two dark horses attempt to pull the chariot back down towards Earth, and they can be heading in two separate directions, and your job is to be able to put them back into sync. So what does that mean? That means that your inner voice, your soul, is going to be deeply urging you to take certain steps this year, and this is about you making sure that your physical vessel actually aligns its actions accordingly with the soul's calling, okay? And a lot of you, this is going to be your initial, I'm hearing footprints, okay? Something to do with a lasting imprint, okay? Something that's, it leaves a lasting impression on you. And I'm hearing this is also where you're going to leave a lasting impression on others, okay? So allowing the ego to pretty much move as one with the soul, okay? Allowing the physical vessel to move as one with the soul. And sometimes, you know, prolonged embodiment in this physical vessel can lead to one forgetting their etheric origins. And this is about you guys realizing that you are not this physical vessel, you are not trapped in this physical vessel. Your consciousness, okay, and your light body can extend far beyond this anatomical body. And you can wake up from this hypnosis, essentially, that a lot of deities find themselves in when they become lost and sleeping in the dense matter of the dark horse. So yeah, this is about you being pure creative life force in a physical vessel. And you're no longer depleting your life force, okay? Especially when it comes to casting judgment on others who may have, you know, the horses moving in different directions in their life. Because what you judge, you give power to. You don't want to entangle your creative life force quantumly with, you know, these lower octaves, if you will. Instead, you want to restore this high universal truth and realize that you can call all your life force back to you and focus on self-love and honoring oneself. And that's going to be a huge theme during this time collectively. So self-love is where one makes deep changes for the soul's path, okay? So that you can begin to remove yourself from these self-created states of suffering where you feel like there's disharmony, where there's dis-ease, where you feel like your heart wants to move in one direction, your head wants to move the other. Because in a lot of references, there are no reins for these wolves or these horses. It moves by the power of your mind and your intention, and it shows how powerful your intention is. And as long as you can intentionally, I'm hearing like, move towards something that you feel like is completely congruent with the soul's alignment and highest expression, you'll be able to see how the universe begins to move mountains for you, okay? So there's that type of energy. So yeah, rather like the idea of reincarnation, that's what it talks about. This can be about where the ego can fall, where people can be blinded by pride and attach to circumstances of the past that prevent the chariot from really being able to move forward. Prevent the vehicle, again, we talked about it being a reference for the soul from being able to freely move on, okay? So that's the reference there. And the horses have to learn to regrow their wings, you know, that's what it's about. And it shows up more on this deck, but yeah, it's about the regrowth of the wings. And this is about your multi-dimensional wings and being able to tune into your eternal etheric nature, okay? Knowing that you will go on and there is life after death, and there are new dimensions that you're being prepared to enter into during this time. And dimensions are just frequencies, and in these new frequencies, new stories begin to play out for you at a higher octave, okay? So it's about conscious co-creation, and they talk about moving through the glass dimly, which is about returning to the heavens. And the heaven is a state of consciousness. It's not a location. So it's looking through life with the eyes of the soul. That's what they talk about here. So it's knowing that an old version of yourself has been on autopilot, right? Maybe this is the shadow aspect of yourself. And when you become aware of these old patterns remanifesting themselves, you can consciously begin to choose a different path. So right now, you guys are being presented with this point of divergence. It's where you begin to observe consciousness. And the moment that you do that, it begins to behave very, very differently. So let me go ahead and tune in with you guys in the chat and catch up with you. And then we'll go ahead and move on to the second segment. Thank you so much, Jessica. You're deeply, deeply appreciated. May your calls come back into effect tenfold, numerical 9. Good morning. Hi, authentically empowered. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Gorilla. Hi, Diamond Lightbody. Hi, Fantasia. I hope I said your name okay. Fantasia. Fanta. Hi, DV. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Relaxing Melody. Hello, Divines. Black Panther. Hi, Edward. Hi, Rich. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Okay, let's go ahead and continue them. All right, so I wanted to talk about this because I saw it last night. I was watching this thing about this restaurant, and they call it I think it's called like the Fat Duck or something, but it's by someone called Heston Blumenthal. I'm sure a lot of you know about this person, but it was the first time that I had come across to him. And he's like the real life Willy Wonka, and he's like you can call him, he has this beautiful restaurant. It's like a 3 Michelin star, and it's a very immersive experience. And the energy that I was getting from that is about social ambience, because when you talk about restaurants in the metaphysical realm, you'll see why I'm bringing this up. But when you talk about restaurants in the metaphysical realm, it represents your ambience, your social connections, and also nurturing and caring for oneself. And I feel like there's a magical, immersive experience that you're about to be embarking on. And it's going to be like a very I'm hearing your senses are going to be very sensitive, okay? So there could be something about like a 6th sense that you're picking up when it comes to new networks. I'm hearing new neural networks. So this could be things that you're picking up in the morphic genetic field or within the quantum field right now. Maybe you're picking up on connections existing and energetic potential right now, opportunities that you're being aligned with that are existing and energetic potential. And it was very interesting because he brought in the end like this bedtime anti-gravity floating pillow, and it was like in a dollhouse as well afterwards with like a sweet shop, and it was just super, super beautiful. So this reminds me of the inner child. Dollhouse in the metaphysical realm usually shows how you're nurturing and caring for one's own needs. So there are certain people who are supposed to be with the unhealed version of yourself. We all have a part to play in the cosmos. We all have a part to play in the cycles, and I feel like you guys are pretty much up leveling from an old, I'm hearing recycled experience, okay? And you're opening up the doors, I'm hearing, to a new tomorrow, which is super interesting. But yeah, it was like having dinner with a Mad Hatter. That's how they explained it. And it was like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory energy. And there's this quote at the end of the video, and it says, "And above all, watch the glittering eyes, the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets always are hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it," by Roald Dahl. And yeah, he basically, that I feel like that's what the theme is right now in your life. It's in regards to magic is going to appear itself and reveal itself to you in the most unexpected places. And with the Mad Hatter, he says some quotes in Alice in the Wonderland, right, where he says, "A dream is not reality, but who's to say which one is which?" And he also talks about, "I'm not crazy, my reality is just different from yours," right? So there is something about your reality, your perception really creating your reality during this time, and you viewing reality through a completely different frameworks of existence, because you're seeing reality right now. You're tuning into higher bandwidths of frequency, and using this multi-sensory perception system, you're able to tune into things that are happening and being aligned for you in dimensions, right, beyond what it is that you can currently perceive. So it's super interesting. So we'll talk about some of the themes in Alice in the Wonderland. And you'll see why, okay? So she learns to embrace her own unique qualities and strengths. And I feel like that's something that you guys have been able to master. And it's really showing that you're up leveling and detaching from the construct of this matrix in regards to societal expectations. And another valuable lesson is about the importance of curiosity. And I feel like your curiosity is going to be your biggest guide. And you know how Dodo says, every adventure requires a first step. I feel like that's what you guys are being summoned to do during this time. It's some kind of new first step. So yeah, this is about your willingness to explore new ideas, experiences that help you break free from the constraints of an old reality, and you're beginning to wonder when it comes to the myriad level of possibilities that await you moving forward. And it's all themed around facing your fears, okay? And I feel like for you guys, it's about tuning into your resilience. I'm getting high pitch frequency in my right ear right now, like very, very high frequency, which shows that there is that certain things that are guiding you during this time. And it's like this intangible force. And yeah, it's super, super interesting. And then it also shows you have everything necessary when it comes to your internal resilience and confidence to achieve your aspirations. And it shows that the journey is the actual destination here. So one of the most significant lessons that you learn is that life is filled with unexpected twists and turns. And I feel like this is an unexpected kind of plot twist for you guys this year. And, you know, just it's all stemming from the foundation that you've been able to build. Because when we talk about the master builder number, which is actually 11, but I just said that naturally. So this could be like a wish, right? Something that you have mastery over building now in your life. But yeah, super interesting. It's all about the foundation being built on values that are aligned with the soul. Okay. And I feel like that's what you guys are doing. You're building a foundation in your life that's set up for success. Okay. And yeah, it's about the journey towards your goals and realizing that's just as important as the destination. And it allows you to achieve your aspirations and enjoy your journey along the way, and savoring the experiences and the relationships that you'll also encounter on this journey, knowing that they serve a purpose in your life, okay, and they make up all these extra moments. And this is the energy that I was getting for you guys. So one of you guys said in the comment section a few days ago that those who solve the mystery become the mystery. And I went to go ahead and look it up on my notes, right? And I had this download from OA, like I think there was this like earlier, maybe last year or maybe even 2 years ago, and it's a quote by 𝓚𝓪𝓻𝓪𝓷𝓼, and he basically talks about, you know, those who solve the mystery become the mystery. And I feel like you guys have solved the mystery when it comes to, you know, what were my initial intentions when descending onto Earth, or what were the things that I had, you know, come into this experience to be able to do. And it is associated with themes of spirituality and shamanism. So this is all about you guys being prepared to step into other worlds during this time and journey into a whole new world, if you will. And ultimately, it's about a puzzle, which is a conversation between the puzzle maker and the player, which is about source and its creation. You guys, right? The extension of infinite potential. And the puzzle maker, right? Source is teaching you a new language. And this is almost like Morse code that you guys are decoding in your experience during this time. It's like you're tuning into the hidden symbols and signs that the universe is sending you during this time. And they talk about this in the Emerald Tablets in regards to make the seeker, make the tread very hard to seek, okay? And it talks about how, let me actually find it so I'm not paraphrasing. I actually want to read the actual thing here. It says, make it hard for the seeker to tread. Thus will the weak and the wavering be rejected. Thus will the secrets be hidden and guarded. Preserve them and hide them in symbols, so that the profound may laugh and denounce. Bring me not one who is lacking wisdom and pure in heart and weak in his purpose. And I feel like you guys are somebody who has treaded this path, even if nobody else could even see the path existed, okay? Because it's not going to be available to the human eyes. You have 2 eyes to look at this existence, and it can tune into a very limited bandwidth or frequency light. And you are opening up your vision and your perception during this time to higher ranges of frequency that are available through the eyes of the soul. Okay, so it's like you're looking at life through the eyes of the oracle. And this is about maybe other people not understanding this Morse code, right? It's something that you kind of have to learn. It's something that you have to exercise. And it talks about so that the profound may laugh and denounce. So maybe this is something that, you know, you've been heavily misunderstood in regards to. But again, when we talk about the dissonance between the white and the dark horse here, or the wolves with this full moon in Cancer, remember that we're also talking about the dissonance that you can observe happening within others. And it's not for you to judge, okay, but it's for you to just observe. So yeah, it sounds like God when you talk about the puzzle maker, and it's because God is infinite potentials, and it's about you falling in love with the participation of solving the puzzle, right? Of solving the purpose that certain people are going to serve in your life, in solving what a chapter is going to mean for the next one. You know, it's that type of energy, understanding why the last chapter was necessary for this one. You know, it's about looking back, and I'm hearing like hindsight is 2020. It's like you're able to see things that you weren't able before, because even with your third eye, right, it's like a refraction mechanism where you begin to absorb all other colors apart from the one that is in resonance with you, that you attracted these experiences in. And then after you transcend these experiences and you leave certain things behind, now you're able to absorb the information, you're able to absorb the emotional data, right? The experiential data that you had gone through, and you're able to see someone clearly for the first time, or you're able to see why certain things had to happen for the first time clearly, because you're looking at it through healed eyes. Instead of rejecting the experiences, right? Seeing people for what you want them to be or what you want a situation to become. You know, it's like you're able to actually see it clearly as soon as you kind of depart from these experiences. So it's about knowing that as you climb the mountain, certain people are going to fall off. And they talk about how some people have solved the game. And once you solve the game, worldly things don't really matter anymore. You know, who falls, who gets back up, what it is that's been in alignment with you that no longer is. You know, it's knowing that this is just a once upon a time, and there is something about like a new story that is arriving, that you're arriving at, I'm hearing. But yeah, these deaths are not endings. You know, that's what you're able to see. It's just a glimpse into new dimensions, and dimensions are not spatial concepts. That's what the brain is formatted to believe. These dimensions are just new frequencies, right? Where you're looking at these experiences from a heightened awareness. You know, that's really what it's about. And then you can make room for these new stories to play out, and you can really honor how those experiences had brought you here. And maybe you had to be a certain people in order to be here, but moving forward, you're breaking free from this old archetypal mold that maybe was cultivated out of survival in some way, right? It was just a shell of who you really are, and you're able to move forward in your true essence. So this is the science of destiny. It's the garden of walking paths. There is a body, and then there is the consciousness. And evidently, the consciousness can jump from one dimension to the next. It can leave the body behind, literally. So this is about your consciousness extending far beyond the anatomical body to begin to take a glimpse into these new paths. And certain people are about to witness you, okay, just this year, receive exactly what it is that you wanted. And they're going to know, and they're going to see evidently play out in your life that you know every step that you had to take in order to get there. And people are going to be fascinated by your ability to navigate your way through these dimensions and enter into your desired plane of existence. Even though it maybe even wasn't what you wanted at the time, it was exactly what you needed, okay, and what the soul needed. So let me go ahead and tune in with you guys, and we'll tune into the next segment. Okay, all right, I hope that you guys are well. Let's see. Hi, Victor. Hi, Upright. Hi, Leonella. I hope you're well, girl. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Hi, Chloe. Hello, everybody. Let's see. Hi, the child of God. That reminds me of the ticket on the, I don't know if anyone's seen that meme, but I think I spoke about this before, where they're like, where's your ticket on the train, right? Which is about your direction in life. And you're like, you show them a child's ticket, and they're like, why have you got a child's ticket? He's like, I'm a child of God. You know, it's that type of energy. That's what the type of energy that I get from you guys in regards to this. It's like, you know, I am a child of God, and it's like, I am Victor, I am highly favored, and miracles are just around the corner, and I am a walking miracle, right? So it is that type of energy, and people are about to witness that happen for you, okay? And it's gonna inspire. Hi, Jamie, I hope you're well. Okay, let's go ahead and burn all bots. All right, God's grace. I feel you. Hi, Cosmo. Hello, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and continue to the next scene. So I found this really, really interesting. I was looking at a shampoo yesterday, and it's called Curly Manifesto, right? So curly hair in the metaphysical realm, it represents liberation and freedom. And washing hair in the metaphysical realm also is represented and associated with personal growth, spiritual development, and the shedding of old habits and patterns. So the shower is about cleansing away negativity, any emotional burdens during this time, you know, anything that has accumulated when it comes to the stories that have played out, and being able to focus on the need of self-care and a fresh start, you know, and giving yourself permission to move on. Hi, Mind, Body, Divine. I'm glad that you enjoyed the content. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you all here. Okay, so keratin, right, because it's called from keristas, which is keratin. It's derived from the words keratin and sensitive. So the keratin is the cells that protect, keratin protects cells from damage and stress, right? And the cells is something that your organism is made up of, and it helps heal wounds. And keratin is usually something that penetrates down to the cortex of the hair cuticle. I could talk about this because I used to be a hairstylist for many years. And so you have the cuticle of the hair, right, which is the outside, and it's very similar to DNA strands. And then when the hair is porous, for example, when you're feeling like emotional about a certain circumstance, this is what Spirit's giving me right now. That's like where you're feeling the most powerful during this time. That's where you have the most power to alchemize your circumstances. It will be a moment that you cannot forget. So some of you were pushed to a point, like a breaking point, where you had no other option, and then you are able to see your true strength. So hair becomes more porous when it's wet, right? So something became, I'm hearing like more in fringe, which is interesting. Something became more, it had more depth to it. It was able to penetrate, you know, the core of your being on a soul level, when you talk about the cortex, right, of your DNA, to the point where you were able to unlock your true power. You know, some of you, this is where the targeting unlocked your superpower. That's the type of vibe that it gives me. And instead of tearing you down, it actually built you up, right? Because again, keratin is going down to the core. And then there's two types of keratins, which I found interesting. So there's alpha keratin, and this is something that gives the hair like the elasticity, if you will. So this is about your flexibility, and in the third dimension, not being too rigid in the way of it has to be this way. You know, how the human can get kind of attached to certain things, and things have to be this way, or whatever it is, whatever those attachments are that can create suffering. It's where every tiny decision you make creates a branching universe, and you're realizing that through conscious application of your free will, you can actually open up new timelines for yourself, right? And there's also something called beta keratin. So beta keratin is a polypeptide, and it basically talks about how there's it's a chain of proteins, essentially. And these chains almost like a chain reaction due to a decision that you guys make. And it talks about how all paths lead home. When you talk about alpha and then you talk about beta, alpha is a third dimensional experience, beta is a fourth dimensional experience, where your consciousness begins to, you know, actually foresee the whole path that awaits you. If I keep this certain person in my life, then it will lead me to this continuum and this certain destined outcome. You're able to foresee that with beta by going deeper internally, and realize, okay, you know, I don't want to be attached to this certain destined outcome, so I'm going to apply my free will to open up a point of divergence, maybe remove this person from my life, for example. And now there's new timelines that are accessible to me, you know? So yeah, it's about knowing that you want to choose this thing, you don't want to choose this thing, and being able to see the power of no and being able to see the power of yes in your life. And with the realm of beta, it talks about non-linear perception of time, right? And realizing, okay, this is actually how circumstances are affecting me in the present moment. What do I need now? How can I focus on caring for myself? What do I need now in this moment? You know, not pushing something further down the timeline because it's all happening here, everything, everywhere, all at once. What do I need right now? And being able to provide that for yourself. Okay. And as you do that, you're able to bend time a little bit. Okay. Not a little bit, but you actually have an entry point and an exit point. There is a window of opportunity. There is a celestial travel stargate that opens up for you guys, where you can now enter into a new plane of existence, quite literally. Okay. So this is like the idea of wormholes from Einstein's theory of general relativity, where it talks about it acts as a bridge between two distant points, and it's able to bring these two distant points closer together. And a lot of you, this is like finite decisions that you guys make, right? Where it's like, there's no going back from this. Again, the chariot, I'm not looking back unless I'm admiring how far it is that I've come type of energy. High plains drifter, yes, ex Dante. And yeah, it's very interesting. So this is about creating a shortcut, right? It's creating a shortcut for yourself. And I'm seeing like the Knight of Coins right now, where it's you can prevent something from happening instead of trying to reverse the damage of it. You know, it's easier to prevent hair damage, and hair in the metaphysical realm, by the way, also represents life force and vitality. It's easier to prevent entangling yourself quantumly with people, circumstances, and situations that deplete you. You know, you're able to recognize this now. It's like, you know yourself now better than ever before. So be able to honor that, you know, you don't have to give your energy away. You know, there's something around, you don't need to exchange in parasitic energy exchanges anymore. And I feel like you're honoring that moving forward. So yeah, it's like a time dilation bubble for you. But yeah, there's a lot of energy that's coming through. Let me tune back in with a chat for you guys, or with you guys. Let's see what you're saying. Hello, everyone. Hello. I can foresee future timelines and potentials. Exactly, Diamond Light Body. Yeah. All right, so let's continue. So yeah, we're going to talk about this. So yeah, source has fractalized itself, okay, and you're rediscovering your infinite nature through this because you're a fractal of source. And in the very beginning, the universe, before it ever expanded, had this connectedness, and as it began to expand, it detached. And as it detached, it still held these interconnected energetic connections and chords. So everything exists within a superposition of one another, and particles exist in multiple states until they're measured. So this is about you guys observing your own consciousness. And once you do that, it begins to behave very, very differently. So you've been incarnated into multiple dimensions. In this lifeline, you're an alpha, right? The Keratin alpha, third dimensional entity. And you're tuning into the whole of yourself, right? Connections that you have that have manifested through other physical laws in other planetary star systems, and you're tuning back into the whole of yourself. And there is this non-linear perception of time. So I'm going to talk about interstellar travel, which is about, you know, connecting to these other stellar networks. And you guys are connecting to your own plasma, which is wrapped around your cell, essentially. It's like a cell membrane, and it's communicating with you. So the message for this is that you're changing the way that you see yourself and what it is that you need to shift emotionally in regards to your journey on Earth. And that's it, really assisting you when it comes to moving forward. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and open up with the tarot now, and see what's coming through for you guys. We'll see what it is that you need to know. We'll take a look at what the theme is for you around this full moon in Cancer. Okay. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Kat. Hello, everyone. Hi, Pam. Okay, let's take a look at the theme. And there's a lot of exciting messages that were coming up today as well when I was doing these readings. You guys will see them posting tomorrow and the day after. They were very exciting. Like, you're being aligned with so many beautiful things. I've been seeing so much in the astral. Yeah. Okay, look at this. Okay, wow. So your theme for this full moon in Cancer is, first of all, the Three of Coins. So the Three of Coins is about a level up, okay? A level up. And a lot of you, this is going to be through collaboration. It's going to be through connections to others. And you also have the Five of Wands here as well. There is something about healthy competition, and you also no longer wanting to work on things that bring you an internal sense of conflict. You know, there is something about life is too short to spend another day at war with yourself. With the Page of Coins, there is something around you're seeing you're like, I kind of get a thinking smarter instead of working harder type of aspect, where you're carrying certain things now, right? And you're building certain things up in your life that are going to be built to last. There is something about honoring the inner voice. Otherwise, you'll find yourself at an internal conflict at this stage in your life by chasing something externally that you feel like is going to bring you, I'm hearing like nothing of real value. There is something about the things that you're being aligned with externally are completely in alignment with the internal gold, all right, that lies within you. And with the Page of Cups, it's almost like you're over here doing your own thing. You know, that's the vibe that it gives me, because I'm hearing like, while everyone else, you may feel like externally, is running around with a chicken, like a chicken with its head cut off, you're here like cool, calm and collected, focusing on, you know, something else where others may try to convince you that, you know, this is one pig's fly, you know, this will happen for you, one pig's fly type of energy. And you're seeing a lot of synchronicities in regards to this. This is saying that you have a vision that only you and the universe can see right now, and you're honoring that vision. You guys are honoring some type of calling. So we'll go ahead and clarify this. And with death and rebirth, there's like a new navigation system that you have. I'm hearing new neural networks, okay? And maybe your guys' internal networks and connections to the whole of yourself that extends far beyond this matrix, which is just this cosmic overlay on Earth. Something around like you're able to anchor down higher levels of awareness and implement or integrate that into your gameplay experience. And it's creating a shortcut for you in some way. There's something about you being able to bypass a lot of just unnecessary either dramas or struggles there as well with this type of energy. You know, that's what it gives me. It's like I'm focused on this, you know, with the Page of Cups, whereas other people may try to, you know, project that pigs cannot fly. So I feel like there's some type of vision. There's a vision that you guys have right now. It could be a creative vision. It's just something that you're honoring. So let's go ahead and see what this is. What's the theme? Death. Yeah, huge. Again, death is not an ending. It's just a glimpse into new dimensions where new stories can begin to play out. So you guys are entering into a new frequency. And you know what it is? It depends what eyes people are viewing things through, right? Their biggest filter of perception may be the human eye, okay? It may be their primary antenna being the root chakra. And, you know, I'm hearing something around people. You may feel like people would, you know what it is? You're witnessing people. This is quite powerful. Chasing their dreams, and as they chase them, it runs from them, okay? This is about the pendulum that's swinging at this time in your life. And you know how the pendulum swings, and it's like you have to keep negative space between you and the prospect that you desire and allow for a natural flow to happen. It's almost like you are allowing a intangible force to guide every aspect of your life during this time. You're listening to that inner voice, that inner knowing, and that's just leading to not even manifestation, it's just alignment. Like you're purely aligned with new things. And this is a complete different upgrade in the way that you navigate life on earth. It's a complete different upgrade. There's something new that you're implementing during this time in your life. Level up, level up, level up. Yes, Nia Lela. Yeah, yes, Nia Lela. Exactly. Woke up to it and I don't even, yeah, I've been hearing something as well lately. What was it? And I'm also hearing just the two of us right now. So just the two of us, it kind of gives me you and your higher self are in this co-creation right now on earth. Like you are your higher self in physical form, and it's readily accessible for you at any point in time via vibrational frequency. So it's like, it's not that you see what other people can, right? It's like you can see things that other people can with this energy. But you can also see a layer of reality that they may not be able to, okay? So it's like you're holding space for that, all right? You're holding space for that. It's like your perception really does create your reality. All right, let's take a look at death. So maybe this is you guys like discarding or alleviating yourself from, yeah, the burdens of others. Some of you are definitely being, you know, you're very curious. Your curiosity is your biggest guide. Right, your curiosity is your biggest guide during this time, and also certain people that you've removed yourself from could also be, you know, just observing you during this time. They may be curious about you and the things that you get up to, because again, that was like another message in regards to things that are about to play out in your life. So yeah, people are definitely curious about you. There could be new things that you are studying, new things that you're investing into as well, but your curiosity is going to be your biggest guide. Just the two of us, right? You and your higher self here. So yeah, this is the Kuduka, so it's the awakening, all right? The awakening is the remembering of who you are. It's not changing who you are at a soul level, it's just discarding the shell of whom you are not, right? And anyone that may be attached to that shell or attached to you being identified as a very particular way, okay? So yeah, let's go ahead and see what's going on. I kind of want to get one of these decks real quick with the Cosmos Oracle, because it's kind of quantum there. And there is something around earlier, right? Do you guys want to hear a sneak peek about what I was seeing earlier? So we had Pulsar, right? So Pulsar says something that comes short but quickly, okay? It literally talks about something that happens short but very quickly. So something's about to happen in your life where it's like exit entry, you know, it's like a double, you're about to hit like 2 milestones at once, or something's about to happen, like it happens back to back is almost what I get. And some of you, this is like a positive chain reaction, you know, it's like a snowball effect. That's literally what I'm getting from your life. It's like boom, 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 you know, it's like be prepared to receive. They're like you're in a mode of receptivity right now. And it's because you're making friends with the unknown, which requires you to be vulnerable, and your vulnerability is going to be the only bridge to connecting with these new dimensions, okay? That's what I give. That's what it gives, okay? Right, let's go ahead and see what this is. And also we were getting another card around gravitational acceleration, which shows that, yeah, you guys are gaining more clarity in regards to why certain things had to play out in your life, and also where that's leading you, okay? So there's something about clarity that you guys are gaining. All right, let's see. Okay, protoplanetary disk. Let's go ahead and take a look at this protoplanetary disk. And we have the spectrum here as well. So there's like higher broad ranges of spectrum that you guys, higher spectrum of bandwidth frequency light. Protoplanetary disk, let's see. P. Okay, this talks about when planets themselves are formed, all right? So, although all the nebulous material makes it difficult to achieve clarity in the here and now, something large, concrete, solid, with endless possibilities is brewing. Okay, you are standing in a giant incubator. This is exactly where all planetary systems and physical processes take shape to create a planet. And not just that, all this happens around a star. You guys are like the star right now, okay? And there's going to be a lot of things orbiting in your field, okay? So not only is there nothing to worry about, but also nothing you need to do, okay? Again, a time of receiving. If lack of clarity caused by the nebula brings anxiety or confusion, remember to pay attention to it at the sky. Sometimes it decides to get the clouds to float across in order to plot certain things together with the sun. So this is like unexpected things that you don't see coming right now. On those days, we may only be able to see the clouds at glance, but we know that the sun can be found in the meeting. Everything is on its path. Just enjoy the journey. And that was the story of Alice in the Wonderland. So it's like you guys are moving through Wonderland right now. And it's interesting because Pulsar is literally right after it. And it talks about this is short, but it's intense. So it's like Alice's trip through Wonderland, it happened very, very quickly from an outside perspective. So this is people seeing you go from this point in time to this point in time. It appears like something has happened out of the blue, or it's almost like you've teleported into this new, plane of existence. However, for you, it's like they haven't seen all the internal work that it took in order to get here, okay, to master interstellar travel in this way, okay? And to follow, I'm hearing the glimpse and foresight into your destiny before it unfolded, to be able to trust that process and recreate what it is that you could see in your mind. And I'm also hearing like reproduce the things that you saw in your mind. So it's almost like it already came to be, right? This new version of yourself, it's just like you're rebirthing this, or you're experiencing this birthing process of a new you and a new life. Once again, okay, that's what it gives me. But yeah, this is short and intense. And it talks about the roller coaster. And literally, in Protoplanetary Disk, I was doing a reading on this a couple of days ago, if you guys watched it, and I was talking about how when I was running, I could see like the sun, and I was getting a download about how, this dark cloud came over the sun, but that doesn't mean that the sun isn't still there. There's just an illusion that the sun isn't there. So there's still things that are happening behind the scenes that you can't see, but you can like feel, and there's just a knowing, it's almost like circumstantial evidence in that way, where you're going to see circumstantial evidence begin to play out in your life. And it reminds me of another card in here in regards to like people being aligned into your experiences, things being aligned into your experiences. It talks about just because you didn't see it happen doesn't mean that it's not happening or working in your favor right now. Where it talks about, there's garbage men who take out your bins every morning or like once a week, whatever that is for you guys. But just most of the time you don't see it happen. You just realize that, there's certain things that are being cleared for you so that a new way can open up, right? To make room for new things. So there's almost like a refinement period that you're being assisted with during this time to make room for so much more. And there's more that's being aligned in your favor as well. And what else? We were also talking about how something like that, but yeah, let's see. Should we get one more? May they watch and are. I like that. Authentically empowered. And that's exactly it. It's about you guys being empowered by it, right? Not becoming overpowered. All right. We have tidal force. Oh, you are a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, look at this. And then we have antimatter here at the base as well. So with tidal force, it's almost like, it reminds me of the tsunami reading that we did for you guys, where it's like this comes in and it comes in powerfully. And you were riding on an elevator straight to the top in that one as well. So it's almost like you were getting to enjoy the skyline, which is almost like a new I'm hearing face or facet of yourself that you're showing to the world, that you've been quietly cultivating in the limelight, right? With the moon maiden energy and the full moon. I wouldn't be surprised if she shows face today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tidal wave. All right, let's see. Let's see. Duality, the sun, the moon, coming and going. So I feel like as well with tidal wave, there's something that you guys are going to be invoking in people around you, and there's a reason why people are going to be orbiting, or opportunities are going to be orbiting in your field, all right? Because it gives me an energy of there's, you know how the moon controls like a lot of the water on Earth, and you guys are made up mainly of water. There is something about you invoking different responses in people as you go on to do these certain things. And again, this could be looks of R, right? This talks about ascent and descent caused by gravitational forces exerted by the sun and the moon onto Earth. So the sun and the moon coming and going. The sea is like you, violent, restless, indecisive, peaceful, calm, stable, depending on the day, depending on its way. Swings that make you sleep, swings that make you dizzy. The sea is like us, dawn on the sand, dawn on the land. The way it turns, something it makes me see. That is nothing more than the tidal force acting on our being. So there's almost like a current right now. And this gives me like the sea is like you guys. You guys are as deep as the ocean, all right? And you're like the whole ocean in a drop. And it's like on the surface, or from an outside view, there's going to be all these things going on, but underneath that, you know, current and those waves is like this deep, still, immersive experience. And I feel like you're going to be, it's like that's a time dilation bubble. You know, there's so much rapid things that are going to be happening in external reality around you, but for you, with the time dilation bubble, it's like you're well equipped to be able to handle this. You know, it's not going to feel like it's overpowering you. You know, you're not going to get swept up in the current. You're going with the flow of nature, and you're abiding by these universal laws, and you're allowing yourself to follow the path of least resistance during this time, which is following the soul's calling, you know, even though it may not be easy for the physical vessel. It's pretty beautiful there. So yeah, let's see what else is going through. You guys are going to be going through something. Let's go ahead and see. Let's open up. Hi, Cody. Hi, Victor. Oh, I was literally just looking at the emojis on the title of this video, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, like this is about people knowing you by the fruits of your labor, right? It's like people are going to see this play out in like tangible ways in your life. And look at this, we have the sun at the base, and then we have cornucopia. So there is a beautiful harvestation date, okay? There is a beautiful harvestation date for you guys. And that's like the 11 that we picked up on earlier, right? When it comes to the master builder number. And this is it's gonna happen very quickly. Like time is gonna fly by in regards to this as well. That's what it gives me. Let's go ahead and read 11 for you. It's super auspicious. 11. So, wishes fulfilled. An abundant harvest and great blessings are waiting for you. And you may find all your wishes fulfilled. This cornucopia of gifts from the universe can come in from the form of financial riches, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all of the above. When you receive the cornucopia upright, you know that you've done some important work and it's about to pay off. The seeds you planted in your energy and in your life are about to be harvested in some significant ways. Get ready for a great feast of abundant value is being prepared for you now, and Spirit is applauding all of your effort. So yeah, there's like a cornucopia energy. And again, with sun here, and if you add it together, right, 11, and then you have the one of the sun, which is 111, which is the destiny card. It's almost like your destiny is in your hands at this stage. Like you guys are completely consciously co-creating your destiny, right? New beginnings, great creativity. The sun brings blessings to earth, and the card portends blessings in your own life as well. Just as the sun nurtures the earth, bringing new life in the spring and summer, this is your time for new beginnings, the onset of a nurturing new light in your life, the light of divine inspiration and personal growth. This card often marks a great time of creativity, bringing the culmination of important new projects, such as the birth of a new baby or writing a publication of a book, or even the birth of a new you. Now's the time to put your energy into expressing your truth and vision. Visualize and the light of the divine pouring into your heart, and mind the rays of the light and the sun, bringing inspiration, growth, abundant blessings. See the future that you want to create and know that the sun is shining on your intentions now. So it's like your intentions right now are being fertilized. You know, it's almost like these are, you're stepping into very, very fertile soil at this stage in your life. Okay, there's something about things being, it's like a huge growth sprout. You know, it's like a huge growth sprout. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Shaman's Dream Oracle message to you. Beautiful. You guys are up to some wonderful things in the chat. Spirit of the river, movement towards adventure. You know, this is about saying that you can use the power of the river as your own. You know, we have Woodwives adaptability, as we talked about earlier, knowing what boundaries to set so that you can feel good today, knowing what it is that you will and will not tolerate. And then you have the Moon Maiden. I told you guys, I was not surprised that she was going to show her face today at all. Okay, so very, very fitting. So let's go ahead and read this energy. I love this. Hi, baby girl. Hi. I love this card. Okay, you guys, okay. Let's go ahead and read 50 first. So, Spirit of the River. 50. Movement towards adventure, addiction to problems, allowing and trusting the current. The Spirit of the River invites you to step into the flow and stop swimming against and avoiding the current. Allow the waters to carry you downstream. And again, all rivers lead to the ocean. So everything leads you back to source, okay? So this talks about it's time for you to heal a call of a new adventure waiting for you. Again, every adventure requires a first step, right? Stop working on the problem for a while, or the issue is not what it seems. It's your addiction to fixing what has gone bad that's consuming so much of your time, right? Calling back your creative life force that's entangled quantumly with things of the past or just things that don't serve you. Work to create a greater good, and the bad will resolve itself on its own. There is nothing that you can accomplish with more efforting, as the situations in your life right now are subject to forces beyond your control. Recognize this, step back, and trust the flow. There is no loss of face or lack of honor or integrity. It's simply the way things are at this moment. When this card appears, it's time to say yes to a new leg of your journey. Your life is like a river flowing to the sea, internally and externally, which is your divine destination. Be fearless and release yourself to the rushing flow of the middle of the stream. Whatever it is that you're holding on to, the feeling, the thoughts, the beliefs about how things are and how they should or could be can be easily fixed with the power of the river. Simply let go and enjoy the thrill. All will be well. This is kind of uncanny because this is water element, right? Water element. Pick up what I'm putting down, right? Moon Maiden, the full moon, okay? And then we have the roots, which is the Cancerian energy. So this is about the roots of your being, okay? So Woodwives talks about, again, knowing what boundaries you need to put up, knowing what it is that you need to do so that you can feel good about yourself moving into this next cycle, and knowing what it is that you want to uproot during this time, right? That compromises the roots of your being. So no matter what life offers you, this is about knowing who it is that you are, okay? What it is that you've learned to date and what boundaries you need to set for yourself so that you can feel good about yourself. Life is about to offer you something extraordinary. In order to learn and receive its blessings, you must remember that being grounded gives you more freedom and not less. You have everything you need. You have all that it takes to do this right now. If you also keep reminding yourself to be flexible, you'll be amazed by how well things play out for you. We talked about that flexibility and not rigidness, right? Woodwives are both wisdom keepers and students of the new world, as these forest spirits have an uncanny ability to adapt to changing circumstances and always find the perfect way to grow and expand. They represent what you already know how to do. So this is something that you guys have already learned, right? It's something that you have already mastered. Learn, be in the beginner's mind, let go of your rigid notions of how you think things should be, right? And focus on how they actually are. Is there a storm brewing because things need to change? No worries, nothing can uproot you now, and it will pass and you will dance with nature and move with it all. Perhaps you're being given an opportunity to take a chance on something new and you're not sure how far you'll go without losing your footing. Have no fear, for when you remember your roots, your integrity, and your authentic self, you can stretch yourself beyond the invisible line you drew. Go for it and you'll be so glad that you did. So one thing is for sure, you'll be so glad that you did. Now let's go ahead and read 41, okay? I left the best for last, okay? Let's read 41. I love when she comes up and I love when she comes up on a full moon. All right, let's talk about it. The Moon Maiden, new ideas, beginnings, and curiosity. The Moon Maiden arrives to offer you a new beginning, a new face, and a new facet of yourself that's aching to be shown to the world. Those qualities you've been quietly cultivating behind the behind the scenes is ready for the limelight. The secrecy was important for it protected your new face and kept what was precious close to your heart, but now it's time to come forward in full splendor. Announce a new you to yourself first, reveal it slowly to the world like the waxing moon. Allow others to be surprised by how mature and grown up this side of you is. Now it's time to set yourself free. The moon maiden belongs only to herself, and she is summoning the parts of you that challenge convention and that refuse to be intimidated and that cannot be chained or put inside of a golden cage. The moon maiden invites you to shine your light with your radiant curiosity and to ask anyone who offers you a mouthful of dogma, why do you believe this is so? Question everything others assume is a given and do not collude with the drama around you. Become an unpredictable yet an eminently reliable friend. The moon maiden invites you to answer to yourself and reminds you that you are not anyone's property. Be true to your soul's calling, even as some around you in a relationship or job want to capture your lightning inside of a bottle. You know how to rise to the occasion just unfailingly as the moon does. When the time comes, you return to darkness and become enshrouded in mystery until you're ready to return. So yeah, there's something that you guys are being like summoned to show the world during this time, okay? Something that you're being summoned to show the world. Right, let's go ahead and take a look at what else is coming through. Yeah, to be fair, okay, so there's new contracts that are coming in, new energy exchanges that you guys are going to be participating in right now, and definitely new give and take as well. And what I find interesting is you have the world here at the base, even behind where the sun was. So it's almost like you're showing a new face to the world. And then again, you have the sun and the moon energy as well. So it's like you're consciously moving through the world during this time. But yeah, to be fair, usually talks about new contracts that are coming in, new energy exchanges. I'll go ahead and read a portion for you guys. 38. Okay, balance, justice, and this is about the cause of law and effect. Okay, so the man is only an effect of his cause, and the future is an open book to all who can read it. Okay, understand the impact of your cause, understanding the impact of your action or your non-action, okay, knowing that each one will have a reaction. So it's understanding those chain of events that will happen. So now's the time for even exchanges. Justice will prevail. You'll be treated accordingly in your affairs. This is about mutual gain that you're going to be gaining during this time. And yeah, all things are going to be recomposed. Okay, so keep this truth and it will be. So there is something that you are going to be gaining. It also talks about, you know, a balance between doing and being, okay? If you're not content where it is that you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment and you'll see how the universe adjusts it in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things are being revealed now. So there is something new that's being revealed to you during this time because of, I'm hearing even past calls that you guys had, past action that you guys have had. It's going to be having some type of reaction now, all right? Right, let's go ahead, take a look at this last oracle. Arcturian light codes. I love this energy. It's one of my favorites. Evolutionary downloads, recalling your power, future thinking. Okay, let's talk about Arcturian light codes. Okay, so this talks about there is a giant red star that's amongst the brightest star in the hemisphere. It talks about, this is about blue beings for when they are to appear to those who can see them clairvoyantly. They are often blue-skinned, emanating blue light in their auric field. They can also be translucent in my experience. But yeah, there is something about, you have Arcturian guides working with you, okay, during this time. This could be from future or past incarnations as well. So you can evolve into a greater state of being. This begins with how you approach even the most mundane of your tasks in your own little universe, okay? And also happy North Node in Pisces, everybody. That happened on the 11th of February. So we've had a whole nodal switch right now. And with the North Node in Pisces, there is almost an element of especially with the South Node as well in Virgo, there's definitely an element of making the practical spiritual and making the spiritual practical. So it's almost like the implementation and the integration process is going to be super huge for you guys on a daily basis. You know, having a higher power and your higher self guide every aspect of your life, realizing that you are your higher self in physical form. So show up in the ways that you've never shown up before. Instead of checking out of this planet, it's time to check in. Instead of feeling that, and again, it's knowing that you go far beyond this earth with Pisces energy, there is this intangible eternal nature within you, and you have this strong connection to a higher power that's guiding every aspect of your life, but you're also very grounded in this experience on earth as well. So instead of feeling that life is happening to you, realize that you have a huge part to play. So either you can change your circumstances or your circumstances can change you. Up to you. So recall all your power. Realize that you are a part of the evolution of humanity, and it's time to become the leader you were born to be. It doesn't matter if you're leading yourself or a larger group. The key is to create more loving ways of doing things. Honor the ideas of thoughts that you have been having recently. If you have been hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickering of lights, or sensing that you're being visited by beings in your sleep, know that you are receiving downloads from heaven. Arcturians are with you, okay? So yeah, definitely a strong energy coming through that when it comes to the Arcturian. Something like this. It's almost like the defender of the defender. It's almost like you're being watched over. You're in a conscious co-creation when it comes to your experience here on earth, and you're almost like you guys are downloading a lot of like creative downloads or things that are going to lead to creative breakthroughs, like things that are going to be very shift the trajectory of your life in some way. Right. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what else is coming through for you. We'll take a look at a animal message. Yeah. Welcome to your nodal return, Tina. My North Node is in Pisces. The lessons have been intense. They're just getting started. Yeah, good luck. For real. It's very powerful energy. It's a time where your destiny is calling. You know, there is going to be but it's a beautiful time because opportunities are going to be presenting themselves to you as well, and everyone collectively. So bear, use the power of wisdom. This is funny because Arcturian energy is actually it's a star bear. Let me go ahead and find it for you. I'll go and because I've got notes of this from like past readings that I've done. It's called the bear star, something like this, if I can remember. Arcturian. Oh, here the age. Okay. It's called 𝓣𝓱𝓪𝓷𝓼, which is the Queen of Heaven. It talks about 𝓚𝓪𝓷𝓼 is the protector of heaven, 𝓚𝓚𝓪𝓷𝓼𝓬 is the protector of the defenseless one. So it's like your higher archetypal fractal is protecting your earthling fractal of self or its mission on earth. And this is a powerful omen of death and rebirth and the cycle that repeats itself. This is a protection that you guys are receiving on a psychic and physical level, and it has a strong, powerful influence at this time in your life. Arcturians remind us of the matrix that we live in, but also a way to transcend the system. Okay, so it's almost like you're receiving downloads when it comes to, right, you're in this cosmic game, but you're not playing it as someone that is bounded by this construct. You're playing it as somebody that has an otherworldly knowledge and is integrating that into their earthly experience. And that's why with Deer, we have trust in the support and the universe. It's almost like you're being guided by higher power so that you're not at this deer in headlights type of energy. Yeah, and it talks about how, let me find it. Yeah, Arcturus is called the guardian of the bear. So this is called the Watcher Guardian, or the bear, and the Oros, which is the Watcher Guardian. So yeah, it's literally double Arcturian energy coming through. And the fixed star basically brings self-determination. It talks about navigation that you're receiving on a voyage. So some of you are going like on a huge journey, but it shows success, especially in business, or good fortune that's coming your way during this time with the Arcturian energy. So you could be receiving a lot of protection in regards to that. So yeah, super interesting. Double Arcturian energy coming through there. So yeah, use power with wisdom. Okay, and it talks about Archangel Jophiel and Uriel. Archangel Uriel is the connection that you guys have to your higher self as well. All right, so it's almost like the crown chakra too. So yeah, super interesting. Let's go ahead and see there. Let's read Deer fast because it came up. Okay, so The Dear card is reminding you to trust the universe, to look after and support you, to trust your own deepest intuition, then follow its guidance. Dear brings you a message of balance and equilibrium, for you are guided to employ your psychic knowing while maintaining your dignity and divine magnificence. If you are reading this in near spring, there's a renewal of hope, confidence, and a new direction. You guys, you've probably gone through a cycle where there's been endings that have benefited you and you've been able to handle them with grace. This is Archangel also Michael that has assisted you in this task, and he's invited you to remember that we are all one, and this is helping you move through this spiritual growth, okay, and ultimately that of the planet. So let's go ahead and read Bear as well. B. The Bear card suggests that you have wisdom within you that enables you to establish your power and use it correctly. For this, it's important for you to be in an environment where you are happy and free. So examine your world, and if you need to make changes, ask Archangel Uriel to help you. He will strengthen your solar plexus chakra so that you can feel confident and strong. So this is the center of your solar system, right? Because you have a whole universe inside of you. You may need to walk alone while you reclaim your wisdom and worth. If so, use this opportunity to create your own cocoon so that the source of light can touch upon you. Open your crown center and let Archangel Jophiel pour his crystal yellow light right through you, expanding your heart so that you can spread peace and love. So yeah, there's something about moving through with peace and love. I'm hearing that Laundrell song. I just want to what's it like, feel peace and love, inhale and exhale, right? So it's almost like you guys are keeping what's for you on the in breath, and on the out breath you're blowing away everything with kindness that no longer serves you, okay? Everything that's not for you, you're blowing away with kindness during this time. All right, Star Child message is the Share Space card. Okay, so we'll go ahead and read some of this before we move on. And then we also have stepping stones. So the rocks that you guys have been carrying are now going to carry you forward. This could be in the form of new connections that are here to support you. I'm hearing in your elevation process. Okay, let's go ahead and find Star Share Space. After this, we'll probably do a meditation for you guys if you want to do that today. I have one written. Let's go ahead and read 2. And then I have a reading posting at 4 anyway, so it's probably a good time to sign out. Let's take a look. Share space. Telepathy, co-creation, communing, honoring Christ consciousness, peaceful shared space, opportunities for new ways of relating, honoring others and the self, okay? So this is communion with all life. It even focuses on shared experiences, co-creations that are happening in your experience right now, releasing old paradigm energies, releasing things that make you feel like you're not yourself. So anything that you feel like hasn't aligned with you, or maybe, you know, you've started to become a stranger to yourself in certain circumstances, you're going to be releasing that. You're also seeing things from a new perspective in regards to it, seeing beyond the veil of separation, right? Seeing how others have just mirrored to you something that you weren't able to see before. Okay, so there's something about that being mirrored into your experience, even if that comes like with your infinite potential in regards to things being a different way, or they can be a different way. No longer focusing on like reoccurring triggers. You guys are going through some kind of healing process, and you're learning how to heal your own wounds as well and heal your inner child, and that will pave the way for you to blissfully share space with another. And that was what the Mad Hatter scenery was about in the restaurant, because it's almost like he created something that became like this Michelin 3-star restaurant, right? From something that was almost like childlike, and that's what they spoke about. They were saying like, you know, you really are a Mad Hatter, and he allowed his inner child to come out, and because of that he succeeded in his external endeavors. So there is something about following that, you know, following those creative endeavors or flows, or I'm hearing like a concept that nobody else can quite grasp, you know. But yeah, it's super interesting. All right, let me go ahead and catch up with you guys in the chat, and then we'll probably take a look at the meditation, and then we'll close out with maybe some extra messages. 222 I was seeing. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Hello. I hope you're all well. Hi, Dr. TM. Hi, Richard. Hi, Dorothy. That reminds me of the yellow brick road that you guys are following. Hi, Tina. Hello, everybody. Okay. we are probably gonna tune into a meditation, and then depending on where we are after that, I hope you guys are in a place where you can do it. If not, maybe tune in after. It will probably be a little bit of a longer one today. But yeah, we have some beautiful visuals. It won't be anything like too intense, but it will be enough powerful for today. So let's go ahead and begin. All right. So everyone, I want you to take a final look at this card. Okay, this is what we're going to focus on today. And yeah, it's this type of energy, all right? This type of energy. You can see two horses or two wolves. I want you guys to focus on two wolves today for the full wolf moon, okay? So, all right, children of light, if you guys can all close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, feel yourself becoming weightless. Drop your awareness into your body. And I want you to see yourself in an enchanted forest. The earth is well into her slumber and cloaked in snow. Look around the forest and see the untouched white blanket that covers the ground. Diamond dust drifts in the sky and glitters in what little streams the light, the clouds allow. The forest is coming to the end of a tranquil hibernation. It has successfully recharged its energy to prepare for a new chapter that awaits, and a magical presence can be felt all around you. The waterfall has transformed to ice. Huge icicles hang between the rocks down the mountain. The plunge pool at the bottom of the waterfall has turned to a pool of ice with a deep blue hue. You found yourself in a time dilation bubble. It's as if time itself has stood still, as if in a temporary repose. You look into the distance, and behind the trunk of a barren bone tree encased in snow appears two wolves. One black and one white. They look at each other before looking back at you, and they begin trotting towards you. The white wolf rubs against you and looks really excited to show you something. It's clear that she wants you to follow her, and so you do. The white wolf begins digging in the snow with her claws and reveals a looking glass. She uses her snout to nudge it towards your direction, clearly indicating that she wants you to pick it up. You don't know it yet, but the moment you look through this looking glass, the frameworks in which you view reality through will go through a whole cosmic reset. A veil of reality will be lifted, and you'll begin to question everything that you thought was real. The white wolf begins jumping, wagging her tail, extremely ecstatic. The black wolf stands howling in the same place that you stood just a few moments ago. Now the white wolf begins running towards the other. They begin wagging their tails and play fighting together in the snow, rolling all around. The white wolf, lying on its back, begins revealing her belly to you. Her head cocked to the side, and she's staring at you, and it's clear that she wants you to stand in your original position. And you can see it clearly because your shoe prints had left an imprint in the blanket of snow. So begin to walk back over to the original position that you were in. This time, the black wolf beside you nudges your hand with his snout, indicating that he wants you to take a look through this looking glass. It represents the unknown that you're about to explore, and a layer of reality that is yet to be revealed to you. So you hold up the looking glass to your eye, and suddenly, between the rocks and the mountain emerges the purest spring from what were just icicles only moments prior. The flowing water finally breaks free from this crystalline structure, these finite crystal encased shells, representing an old archetypal mold that you've outgrown. It begins to dissolve, revealing your true infinite fluid essence. The spring finally cascades down, creating an incredible splash, loud with echoing sounds, onto the plunge pool at the bottom of the waterfall. It begins creating this glacier, which then transforms into this overflowing pool. This stillness was necessary, as it allowed you to honor the season of stillness for introspection and soul-searching. But the season has now passed, and it's time to make way for your life, which has been renewed, rejuvenated, and is about to flourish into its full potential. This water gives life to the rest of the forest. Green moss begins to grow on everything, replacing the blanket of snow that was once there. The flowers begin to bloom for spring, and a rainbow begins to take shape in the sky. Your world is literally transforming before your very eyes. Now the water begins to flow across the rocks. The beauty seems to make time stop, but in a different way. Your consciousness has traveled from one event into another, and you've stepped into an entirely different plane of existence. It's the same location, but it's your perception that has reconfigured your reality, both existing in the eternal now. You begin to realize that all moments exist within this infinite now. It's like a seamless tapestry where time unfolds onto itself, revealing an eternity of a singular presence. You can perceive this presence however you desire. It's the filter in which you perceive reality through that creates the reality that you see. These seasons operate in different frequencies, and all you've done is attune to a filter of reality that's in resonance with this next highest octave. You're now stepping into a new frequency, a new time dimension, where new stories can begin to unfold. The birds sing to a different song, the deers and their young fawn feast on the luscious green grass, the butterflies begin to hatch from their cocoons, and the dragonflies emerge from the pool of the waterfall. You can now see this layer of reality without the looking glass. This is a filter of perception that you've consciously activated, and you can view reality through at any moment. The white wolf now softly tugs onto the fabric of your clothing and pulls you towards the waterfall. Another invitation into the unknown. You begin walking with this wolf, and it jumps behind the waterfall, and suddenly the white wolf is gone. It's like it's vanished into thin air. You begin to step curiously towards the waterfall, and you're met with an enchanted entrance. You've never seen anything quite like it before, captivated by its otherworldly beauty. You're face to face with a stargate. The black wolf comes up close to you and gives you a look of approval, and in that moment you know that you're in a time dilation bubble, and you can see your multi-dimensional auric field expand all around you. You realize that you've been well equipped to move through this entry and exit point safely. There's a safe passage through the space-time continuum. It's a rift in the space and time. There's only one warning. There's no going back to the way that things once were. You begin to reach your hand through this wormhole, and you feel a warm and soggy presence licking your hand. The white wolf is waiting for you on the other side of forever and encouraging you to make friends with the unknown. It can only show you the portal, but it's you that must consciously apply your free will and step through this window of opportunity with the black wolf. Side by side, you look at each other and you decide to make this jump together. As you move through this portal, you're met with what seems to be a cosmic waiting room, but it's filled only with a chariot and the white wolf celebrating your arrival at this new destination. Your soul is celebrating you. The white wolf jumps onto the chariot seats and then gallops towards you, tugging the fabric of your clothes and take a seat. Both the black and the white wolves stand in front of the chariot, and you realize in this moment that there are no external reins to control this vehicle. It's controlled only by the power of the mind and the heart. Your mind is now catching up with your heart already knew. And it suddenly becomes clear. It's through your intention to start this vehicle that it begins to move. This is the only way that you alter the trajectory of your life. It is you that must initiate this change. This full moon is in a conjunction with Mars, the planet of action, which is going to propel you forward. The moment that you sever ties with people, places, and things that no longer serve a purpose in your life. Accepting that you cannot control everything or change the past, but you can only simply move on and give yourself permission to do so. I want you guys to connect a grounding cord down into the center of the earth. The grounding cord will be the whole circumference of your body. It can look like a tree trunk. It can look like an umbilical cord. It can look like a rope. I want you to center that from your belly button. It can go all the way up to your shoulders and connect it all the way down to the center of the earth. And around you, I want to see an impenetrable auric bubble. This is your multidimensional field. And begin to pull up from the center of the earth and up your grounding cord, a color which is most healing to you. It may be green, it may be gold, but allow that to rush through your feet, through your calves, through your thighs, through your pelvic bone, up your solar plexus, and all the way up the body, and allow it to spin in a vortex motion. It's a spherical motion, and this cooling energy is cleansing your vessel. Allow it to spin faster and faster, removing any debris that you've been holding externally within your field, or any kind of stagnant emotions that you've been holding internally. And I want you to send all of the debris down through your grounding cord back into the center of the earth, and allow Mother Earth to heal you and you her. At the top of your auric field, there's going to be a source cord which connects you to your higher self. This is going to allow you to anchor your highest vibrational being throughout your whole organism. This will allow you to navigate your way through this cosmic shift as your higher self in physical form. Begin to pour down this healing source light into your vessel, mixing it with the healing energy of the earth. This can be any color that you need during this time in your journey. It may be gold, it may be white, it may be purple, it may be blue. Allow this to cleanse your body and remove any further debris up your source cord. Now bring the energies up your spine, out of the crown of your head, and cover the outside of your bubble like a waterfall. Take a deep breath in and call all of your life force back from people, places, and things that you've entangled your energy with quantumly, consciously or unconsciously. And on the out breath, I want you to return anything that does not belong to you. The opinions, the thoughts, the suffering of others, it's no longer your burden to carry. I want you to release that. Cut all cords on other energies' ends, and now begin to cut the cords on yours. I want you to dissolve the root of the cords by sending them up your source cord with love and gratitude for the wisdom gained through these experiences. And begin to absorb the remaining energies through your bubble and into your vessel. From the flesh to the muscle, to the bone, down to the cellular level. And suddenly, the chariot begins to levitate off the ground. It becomes weightless. The roof of this waiting room begins to dissolve, and you're met with the night sky, where stars blaze brighter than you had ever seen. The wolves also begin flying, but the chariot moves wherever your attention does, and in this moment you begin staring steadily at the silver gaze of the moon. This full wolf moon in Cancer will inspire you to focus on yourself moving forward. Admire its shimmering aura that is a mirrored reflection of your own milky, glittery light, and allow it to extend to you. She illuminates in front of you a book of karmic contracts, and she begins wrapping her light around this book like a cloak. It begins to allow this book to dissolve instantly. You feel free, and a calling sensation begins to spread throughout your whole body. The wolf moon sees into your heart, into the pain that you've carried within your body, and it begins recovering the silver linings to these stories and assists you in finding the courage that remained within you all along. She begins illuminating a new path along the night sky, and it's in your heart that the white wolf existed all along. She allows you to have fluid navigation on this journey. All you have to do is surrender and allow the black wolf to move with the white one and watch them dance harmoniously together along the starry night sky in a synchronistic co-creation. Allow the trail of stardust that you leave behind to inspire those who decide to take the less traveled road. from the forest to the looking glass to the stargate to the waiting room, and now into the life of your dreams. You don't know the full scope of events that awaits you on the path that you're on, but one thing is for sure. Once you surrender to the bigger plans the universe has in store for you, you'll be so glad that you did. And I want you guys to see yourself riding off into the starry night sky. Okay, and you guys can open your eyes. Let me go ahead and tune in with the chat. As I looked at the time, it's 5:55 right now. So that represents moving outside of your comfort zone. So we'll go ahead and close out with this card for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. That was actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, I wanted to add some cutting cord ceremony in there. So change happens outside of your comfort zone. The time for change is now. The angels are whispering for you to trust your path and learn how to walk it. Take the next step, allow change to lift you up and guide you forward. I release all that no longer serves me as I'm guided to move outside of my comfort zone and let change in. So we finished right on time. You guys got here right on time, not a moment sooner, not a moment later. Look at this, even behind it we have release, right? So 999. This talks about endings and new beginnings in disguise. An ending symbolizes the closure of one door and the opening of another. The whisper is reminding you to release and allow. It is within the release where the magic happens. Doors open for me where others have closed, bringing transformation to my mind, my body, and my soul. So 999, 555. You guys have been prepared for this. We literally have preparation right behind that, right? So life is filled with phases. The universe is telling you to prepare for an unexpected event and allow the change to pass through you with a sense of peace. Financial and creative endeavors are upon you. All right. Okay, should we close out with maybe some tea leaf messages? Let's see. I hope you guys enjoy that. Let me know what you thought. What did your chariot look like? That's what I wanted to ask you guys. What did your chariot look like and what did your waiting room look like? That's what I'm quite curious in regards to. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you prefer them a little bit longer, shorter. Hi, Angela. Hi, Christina. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi, KW. Oh, okay. Okay. So, yeah. People are going to talk maybe about you because they lost the privilege to talk to you, because we have someone who will gossip about all your secrets with Parrot. And then after that, we have things will not always be this way, a change is coming. So I feel like there's a new support network coming towards you guys. Okay, there's something new that you're in alignment with. We have heart, love, deep, and affection. So yeah, definitely new heartfelt connections. And look at that. Right after that, we have the butterfly, which says a change for the better. So it definitely is a change for the better. There is almost like again, refinement period that is necessary. Oh, okay. We have dark women, could be significant. This could be a woman with dark features of some kind. Okay, we have time to go out and have fun. So you guys may be going out and having fun. That also could be something that you're going to be celebrating soon. Okay, we also have January could be significant, so that's this month. Okay, something new could be happening in January. And we also have discord amongst friends or family, so that may be coming to an end for you guys. This is also in the prison card in my Kipper deck. So there definitely could be new beginnings that are going on where you're severing ties from anything that, again, causes like this discord. Right, let's go ahead and take a look at a Kipper storyline for you. The adjudication, you guys are going to be either considered for something or something that you're going to be making decision in regards to. This could be in regards to your communal environments or people that you surround yourself with. We also have main mouse, so this could be action that you guys are taking in the physical realm as well. And we also have message of concern, so this could be something that is unexpected. We have thoughts, and we have, okay, bad health also reversed. So I feel like you guys are going to be able to prevent some things that just don't feel in alignment with that bigger picture, okay, for you as well. We do have unexpected income that flipped as well. So there could be like an unexpected turnaround that will happen for you guys. I feel like whatever it is that you're releasing or making room to receive so much more. We also have official person here at the base. So this could be like you guys realizing that you are the prime director around where your creative life force is invested. Okay. Yeah, we also have a change. So there's definitely going to be a change when it comes to the direction of your life. Okay, guys. I hope that you guys enjoy this live session. I know I did. I definitely always enjoy going live with you guys. I don't know. Oh, well, actually, I was really, really busy. That's why I couldn't do it. But hopefully we'll get to do more of these. And yeah, I wish you guys all well. Thank you guys for showing up. Hello to everyone on the playback as well. I'll let you know again in advance next time we go live. And I have a reading posting and like now anyway. Hi Misha, I hope you're well. And yeah, it's always a pleasure. I don't really know what else to close out with. I've got a astrological deck. Let's take a look at a closing out message. Okay, advice 6th house elements. Okay, so that's the Virgo energy in the south node axis. On a day-to-day basis, be fabulous, okay, because we have the Leo energy here at the base. It's also just instilling more creativity into your everyday routine, like connections to the inner child, doing things that you guys enjoy, making time to do things that you enjoy. And there could be something again about like seeing life through fresh eyes, because again, it is about the inner child. So there's something about experiencing life on earth in a completely different octave. Also, should I stay, should I go, moon in Gemini, with your deep resolve arises with awakening. So again, a lot of you guys are beginning to discard the things whom you are not, the things that you feel like do not align with you. Moon in Gemini is almost like, you know, you're rationalizing your feelings with logic right now, and I feel like you're going to come to a head and heart coherence in regards to what it is that you want to liberate yourself from and break free from. And this is going to help you redirect your focus towards your bigger milestones and goals during this time as well. Oh, I completely forgot about these decks. All right, I will go. I'll save these for next time, but let's take a look at a spirit guide message. We have balance. Things are balancing out, equal give and take. Find your balance, okay? So things are balancing out during this time. Everything is being restored. We do have dream. Time to visualize, live your dream, reach for the stars. So yeah, things are definitely working out in your favor. There is a balanced foundation that is being laid for you during this time to sustain, okay, this dream life, okay? It's like you're not building things up for them to disintegrate. These are things that are going to be built to last, okay? Especially when it comes to this version of yourself. So yes, it was such a pleasure. Thank you guys for showing up. It's always a blessing to hold space. Hi Indie Sounds, I hope that you're well. Hi Keish. Hi Kieran. I'm glad you think so. Hi Otis Drift. It's been a minute. Okay. All right guys, I'm gonna go, even though I never really want to, but yeah, I've got reading posting now anyway, so I hope you guys enjoy that. And I'll talk to you very soon. Until next time. Bye.